Hello, hello. Good evening, Ate Tess. How are
Hello,
you?
good evening, MJ. Good to be with you again
I
on
know,
our
thank you. And
talk.
good evening to our viewers. Welcome to the Biz Talk. Yep, it's Thursday, so it's our time to have a really interesting show again tonight. And as you all know, we are live on YouTube and also on Radio Pinoy or Roof Chamber Radio Pinoy Facebook page and the PACC Texas Greater Houston Region Facebook page. But
And
if you miss it,
also,
go ahead, Tita. If they miss it,
uh,
where can they listen?
the recording is on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, Overcast, and Listen Notes.
That's right. So don't worry if you miss it. But of course, we would love for you to join us live because it's more interesting when there are more people that are joining us. And it is interactive because if you're watching live on any of those platforms, you can actually send comments or ask questions, and we can ask our guests about what they can do for us and all that. So it's better if you join us live. So we hope that we have a lot of viewers tonight. Yeah, how was your day at the test?
Nothing much, just cooking away in the kitchen for my now vegetarian husband, my IT expert.
Wow, how is it going? It's kind of hard to go vegetarian when there are other people in the house who still like to eat meat, right?
It's doctor's orders, so he's pretty determined to do it. And
Wow. Well, I salute him and I cheer for him. I've been trying to do that, but it's tough. It's tough. But anyway, tonight we have a really good and interesting topic because I think this would really make a big change or a big difference in some people's lives because it's about finances. And, people get stressed. The number one, I think, one of the top causes of stress in people's lives is financial burden or stress. So I think it's going to be a really good topic. Our viewers will really enjoy it and they're going to learn a lot from these two people that are killing it in the financial business or financial entrepreneurship. So what do you think, Tia Tess? Should we get
oh
into our
yes,
first
it will
guest?
be very interesting. So let's introduce our first guest.
Mm-hmm.
She is Doreen Buenavista Collado. And Doreen,
There
introduce
she
Hello.
yourself to
is.
our audience.
Hi,
Hello,
Doreen.
good
How are
evening,
you?
everyone.
Hello.
Hi there, MJ. Hi, Tita
Yeah, good
Tess.
evening. Good evening. And welcome to the chamber. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are really, really, it's our pleasure to have you as our guest because we know that our viewers will learn a lot of things from you. So, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? I mean, background, when did you come from the Philippines? Where are you from the Philippines? And what was your profession prior to doing this business?
Yeah, sure. Good evening, everyone. So, anyway, thank you again for being here. Really pleasure to be here. Nice to talk to all of you. My background, my name is Doreen B. Collado. I came in the United States way back 1994 as a nurse. Actually, when I
Mhm.
came in, I'm a registered nurse. However, I started as a tech because that's the way it works until they adjust your paper to be a registered nurse. And then I practiced from 1994 up to 2020. I did travel nursing. I did all kind of nursing. I did everything. So and then I came across with that. I mean, every time I work, I go to different hospitals. I just made in at back of my mind. I talk to a lot of like they've been working since my God, it's like 16, 17. They're old
Mhm.
people. And then why are you still working? And then I said, "Oh, honey, I can just can't afford." And then from there, I just got an I mean, I'm getting me like interesting. About, oh my God, there's something about this. But I just keep on like working. I'm enjoying my job because I love being as a nurse. Okay, as a nurse is very rewarding, especially the last my last assignment is a NICU nurse for 7 years. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's very rewarding because these kids, when they, oh, Doreen, I love it. I mean, then the mothers are giving me, I mean, sending me the pictures, although it's been like 7 years old. They still remember as
Wow.
second
Mm-hmm.
mommy. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, and then as a nurse, I know it's very rewarding, and then I'm helping people. But
Mm-hmm.
on the other side, I think people needs me more on the other side, which is the financial. Okay. So on those people that interview, they don't even know about 401k. They're not putting money there. They don't even know how the social security works. They don't
Mm-hmm.
know anything. Okay. They don't even know the benefits from their employer. Okay. And then from there I research. I know there's something and then a lot of people, they have a lot of money, and some people, they don't have money. And every day people think about money because money is a, I mean, cash is king. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because money is really, I mean, having a lot of money is not bad. Okay, it gives you a lot of choices. The question is, how can you have it? Okay, that's what we're gonna share with you guys. Okay, because it doesn't even matter what stage of life you are, what
Mm-hmm.
age you start. Okay, the question is how. This is we're gonna share with you. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
never too late
yeah,
to start.
it's
That's
never
true.
too late. Okay.
Yes.
Because you never know. 1 million start with 1 cent. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
1 million start with 1 cent. The question is how. That's what we're going to share with you guys. So, I mean, aside from being a nurse, I still have my license. However, I quit nursing way back 2020. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm now full time here. I'm also a mortgage loan officer. Okay. But I focus more on saving money. How can I help people save money? That's my focus through education. Okay, because if you get the right education, it will lead you to the right decision. You agree?
That's
Okay.
true. What
And
about
then
your personal life? I mean, can you share your family and yeah, just
sure.
yeah, how
Okay,
your
I am a
family?
mother of three because I'm married to Mr. Romel Collado. We've been married since 1995, so it's been 28 years. It's so fast. So we've been married for 28 years. We have three girls named Chelsea, Gabrielle, and Daphne. I mean, I've only known this guy for 2 months, and then we got married, and now my God, 28 years. So
That's what
yeah,
you
and
call
then he worked
a
at
whirlwind, girl.
Methodist. Yes, it's been 2 months. So yeah, we're happy. I'm happy to be married with this guy. Very nice person, very helpful. The one I like on my husband is, I mean, he likes to help people too. There was a time this pandemic because he also have an aircon business. Okay, there's an old people that can afford to pay. He goes and then do it for free because that's not the way we do it. Okay, because the more you help people, I mean, we're not asking for anything back. Okay, because when you help people, you need to do to the other people too. Don't think about us, other people, because that's the way should life is. You need to help, right?
Yeah,
That
So
is.
yeah,
that's true. Yeah, and Tita Tess, that's she's in her life, like in the stage of her life like that. She just helps people, feed people, right?
Feed the
Tita
hungry. I'm
Tess.
in the Forever Feed the Hungry program.
I'm
yeah.
hungry actually, so I should come to your place to get
Yes,
fed.
my house is open. You can, I mean, my door is open. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
I know. No, I'm trying to lose a little bit of extra pounds. So, anyways, so as a financial advisor, I mean, what is the difference in terms of the fulfillment between being a financial advisor and like a healthcare servant? Because I mean, I'm a nurse myself, and yeah, it's a vocation. Everybody says that nursing is a vocation because not a lot of people can really practice nursing from the heart, because we all know nursing or the healthcare industry or healthcare jobs are the most you know sought out jobs out there, because you're never going to run out of job because they need us, right? And that's
Yeah,
why, but it takes a special kind of person to be a nurse, because some of nurses, they go in for the paycheck, but some nurses really love to serve. So in your case, I mean, what's the difference in terms of the fulfillment and satisfaction that you get from having done both? types of job?
Okay. So that's really a good question. Number one, I just want to correct because we need to follow the law. Okay, federal
Mhm.
law. As a financial advisor, you should have passed the Series 65 and Series 7.
Mhm.
So I will not call myself a financial advisor. I'll call myself a financial rep. That's a big
Okay.
difference. People need to know that. Okay, we need to follow the law. Okay, before you call yourself a financial advisor, you should have passed those two exams. You need
Mhm.
to, that's just an education. Okay, so I don't call myself a financial advisor, financial representative, although we do the same. Okay, educating people. Okay, so to answer the question, okay, as a nurse since day one. I love what I do. I love what I do. Okay. So never any, I mean, of course, we're just human being. I mean, you have a signs of bad, but at the start it's hard. But the more you do it, I mean, longer, it's like nothing. Okay. If you enjoy what you do, seems like the days pass like, it's like you go and then you come home happy. Okay.
Mhm.
Because you help people to get well and then it's a fulfillment. Okay. But in transition to be to be a financial rep, okay, I started as a part-time. Okay. That's why I met a lot of people. They think about money every day. And then since then, when I did my research, when I talked to the right people, okay, then I got my then when I talked to the right people, that's why I met Mr. Lito Lagman because he's been doing this for so many years. And I got an idea from them and said, "Oh, Doreen, you need to learn about this. You're gonna help. I know you're a nurse, but you're gonna help a lot of people too by doing this." So both sides, I'm happy on both sides. But I decided to be full time in here in this financial services because people need help more on this. Because right now there's trillion out there that they need help to invest that money, and all the financial reps, financial advisor, they're getting old. So there's a lot of nurses because there's a lot of nurses everywhere, but on this kind of on the financial services, we need help. People need my help. That's what I feel. Because my clients are from, I don't call, my clients in any age, okay, in any states of life, okay. I educate them. There's only one topic. Any age, any stage of life, they talk about money. Okay. So what I do is I educate them how does it work. And let me give you an example. As a nurse, okay. As a nurse, we talk about overtime all the time. Do you agree? And then how about the savings part? The savings part is the one that is missed. Do you even know how your 401k work? What benefit can you get from your employer? How does Social Security work? Do you know about Medicare? Bottom line is, how's your paycheck work? Do you even know how does it work? Do you know what are your deductions? How can you save taxes? How can you save more money? From the very basic is understand your paycheck, because from that alone, you can save a lot of money. The thing is, nobody's really teaching us, and that's what I come in. That's from the basic, and then from the paycheck alone, you understand what your 401k, because it's in there, social, Medicare, and all that stuff, that deduction. That's what I do first, the very basic. And then from there, then I can help them how to save money, and then
So,
make them a plan from now up to their turn, like when they retire.
so Doreen, do you have a lot of your former colleagues as your clients?
Yes, actually, my some doctors that I work with in the ER, they're my clients too. Actually, there's one that I help her. She's my client, and she referred me to. Her the doctor is also her boss, so she's not my client. So what I'm doing now, because she she doesn't have any plan for the employees, because
Mhm.
if they're working with you, don't just think about money now. How about the future? We're getting older every single day. Remember that. Anytime that now you cannot get it back anymore. So they need to save money. What's the plan? Okay. Because if you help them to say, if you give also the benefits for your employees, one day when they get old, they have the money, they're gonna remember you as an employer.
Yeah, that's good. So it's like you're helping some small businesses or
Yes.
businesses to actually offer it as a part of their benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Big
that's
big
good.
company, even big companies I do too. I
Yeah.
also open for one case to big companies also. I do that also.
Wow. How hard is it? I mean, I know that the series exams, I mean, it's kind of hard. What's the difference? Well, nursing is more like just knowledge, right? But this, you're working with numbers and actuarial, right? Or there's some kind of mathematics involved and all that. I'm a life license, so it's not comparable to the series 6 or whatever series is that you needed to pass.
Secretary, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at first that's what I thought too. But when I start reviewing, actually my master's degree is really more difficult than taking these exams. The SIE 663, I took that in a month. And I'm a
Mhm.
mother of three. I was working nights. It's in here. It's
Yeah,
the way you put in your mind. That's the way I see it. Because if you really want to do it, if you really want to do it, if you're passionate, it's not hard. For me, nothing is hard if you want it.
that's true. That's true. It's like you have to, yeah, your inner beliefs should be in, sync with what you want to do. So if you put it in your mindset, then yeah, you can do it. Right?
Yeah,
It
Right,
takes
Tita
a lot
Tess?
of it
that's
takes
true.
a lot of studying because you have to learn how to do those mathematical, which
Yeah.
uh, I don't
Teacher
do that.
says actually there's really no math in here. It's none. There's no math.
You better be
There's
able
no
to
math.
add
It's no
what you
math.
learned and what you're trying to give away.
Yeah.
I think you
There's
just
really no
you
math.
really have to be able to explain, the because like when you present an illustration, clients would have questions, right? So you should be well versed into explaining what the difference is in all those numbers, or because I know you explain about rate of returns and all that and the stock market and what effect it has into your portfolio in the future, because you all do Roth and all that, right? Other
Yes, I
than,
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just a little bit of, I think, some more technicalities than like a simple presentation. So, and some people, sometimes that's the reason why they don't look at their paychecks. They don't try to understand because nobody shows them how to. Right? And then all we
Yeah.
know is we're paying this to Social Security and we're paying this to Medicare, but we don't really understand how much will I get when I
Yeah.
retire from Social Security. And
So we will
everybody,
continue this, but we will take a short break, and we will be right with you, Doreen.
Thank you very much.
all right, see you in a bit.
Hello to everyone from Roof Chamber Radio. I'm encouraging all of you to stay here, stay in this chamber. If you want to be inspired, you want to be encouraged, this is where it's at. And we're all going to need this, especially, in this new year that we're in. We don't know what's up for tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen next week or next month. But I believe that when you gather with people who believe in the power, the faithfulness, and the goodness of the Lord Jesus Christ, there is power in that in itself. So stay here. Stay in the roof chamber radio. Be inspired, be encouraged. And let's all go through life, not on our own, and more than just with each other, but let's speak the faith, let's share the faith, let's live by faith, and let's walk by faith. God bless you all, everyone from Roof Chamber Radio.
All right, welcome
We're back
back. How are you, Tita?
to
Yeah, you
remind
want to read the
everybody.
comment, Tita? Or invite people to join us?
Yeah, and we just want to remind everybody that we're live on YouTube, the Facebook page of Roof Chamber, Raja Pinoy, and also the PACC Texas Greater Houston Region Facebook page.
Yep, that is correct. And if you want to join our chamber, then you can just contact us at 713-489-0669 or send us an email at pacctxghr@gmail.com. And yes, please join us. There's a lot of fun and there's a lot of activities that you can enjoy while you're doing a good for the community as well. And we have some
Okay,
comments.
one of the comments just popped up from Mr. Florencio Ginawa. Nice having you on the Biz Talk, Doreen. That's from Tito Floor.
Thanks, Tito Flor, for watching. And I think it's time for us to introduce our next guest. Go ahead, Tita. Who's our next guest for tonight?
That would be Lito Lagman. Come on down, Lito. Come join us.
Hello,
Hi,
hello, good
Lito.
evening.
Good
Welcome
evening.
to
How are you?
Very good, very good. Thank you for having us here.
Yeah, thank you for joining the chamber. We have a new member. Yay. Yes, so that's
welcome
right.
to CC.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Tites, you want to ask him something?
Well, we just wanted to know something about you. You want to tell our audience about something personal, how you got here, um, how you got into being a financial advisor. We're just chatting away here, so we want to know you better.
Okay, thank you. Well, born and raised in the Philippines. Okay, I was about. I'll let you guys do the math. I came in 1986 in Boston, Massachusetts. So lived there for 28 years. Uh, that's where I, met my lovely wife. Her name is Mercy. Okay, been
Mhm.
married for 32 years.
Wow.
And, we have a son. He's 28 years old. He actually is in New York. He works for Goldman Sachs. Okay.
Wow.
Um, so went to school in Boston. Okay. My mom used to say, go get a good education. So, and then go get a good job. And back then, getting a job is a lot easier in the US, not like today.
Mhm.
Okay. Cost of living is a lot cheaper, not like today. So there's a lot of changes economically. Okay. Um, I was introduced in the business in 2002, and actually my wife was looking for a part-time opportunity, and we came across with this opportunity. And since then I focus more on, I like to understand investments. Okay. And been doing it for the last 19 years, and I'm licensed in 30 states. Okay. I have clients all over the place, and we have reps all over the place as well. And we try to educate people about finances. In short, some people, they call it money, but sometimes you have to also be educated about life. Okay, it's not all about money, right?
Mhm.
But money actually gives us an option to be able to live a comfortable life.
Mhm.
So I grew up in the Philippines from Pampanga. I don't know if anybody knows. Everybody says the people from Pampanga knows how to cook. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, me, I know how to eat. So you want to lose weight, MJ? I don't think I want to lose weight. I'm happy. Because one of the pleasures in life that I enjoy is you know what? Enjoying a good meal,
I know.
especially if you share it with good friends.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So yeah, I like that stuff. I like different types of food. I've experimented, but if you cook a really good food, NJ, we'll be coming to your house because I will leave that up to you. Okay. I will not try to copy that dish because if you can make it well, guess what? We'll leave that up to you and we'll just enjoy it with your company.
Well, there are
Hopefully,
only two things that I can cook well. Because I'm Ilocano, it's pinakbet and Mickey. That's
Ooh,
the
that
only two
sounds good.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I grew up in the Philippines in Pampanga, from a humble beginning. Okay. We're actually farmers in the Philippines. Okay.
Mhm.
I have a picture 2 days before we fly to the US. My mom filed a petition, and I have that picture, and sometimes you have to have something to plant yourself in something that, yeah, it should remind you from where you came from. Okay.
Mhm.
So, like you said, a humble beginning. We're not poor, we're not rich, but you know, it's It's a way of life, and I love that way of life back in the old days. Okay, in the Philippines, you don't have any mortgage to think about. You don't have any credit card debts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you want to buy a house, all you got to do is, you know what, gather some hardwood stuff, and you build the house on your backyard or in the farm. And you don't have any mortgage. It's a simple living, right?
That's right.
And then you come in the U.S., they introduce you to your boyfriend, and his name is Bill.
That's
And
right.
I was like, who, what? I'm like, yeah, his name is Bill. He doesn't go away.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't pay electric bill, he comes after you. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't pay that car payment, it's a bill. Guess what? It comes after you. So we were introduced to these things in the U.S., and as an immigrant, we didn't know about the system. Like, you get credit cards, and suddenly you just swipe it, it's done. But they don't tell you have to pay the whole thing at the end of the month. Sounds familiar, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
indeed.
Okay. So when I looked at all these things, I said, how come we live in the best country in the world, especially if you're a nurse, you make a good living, and you're an engineer, and you have 2-income household, and you're still 65 and wondering if you can retire?
Yeah.
One thing we can never bring back in this world is the time we spend. I wish we can, but we cannot. So that gave me, I said, there's got to be a better way out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Instead of having a job, maybe there's a way. Look, I love to help people, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I also want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a law against making more money? Or helping people that you don't have to make money from? Like, I love what Doreen said. My husband, during pandemic, there are old people who don't have any money. And you know what? My husband comes in and fixes their AC system at no charge. See, we're not so, I hope we don't lose our humanity along the way, because everybody wants this fast, right? Instead of trying to help each other.
So, Lito, did you get into financial advising outside of right after college, or were
No,
you?
I was an engineer. I was a field engineer. My wife started the business, the opportunity, and then what I saw is this. What I explained is I did not understand investments. Everybody says we have a 401k. I didn't know. I'm the type of person I have to know. I didn't have any clue. I said, I didn't give it. Coming from the barrio, I don't want to give my money to the people. I'm going to put my money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's me, because I was ignorant. But boy, you got to understand the laws and regulations within the country where you live.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people make comments about Social Security is going to go away. Really? What made you say that? And they say, don't depend on Social Security. Really? How do you know? Do you understand the system that actually provides all these benefits that our government, okay? And I asked them, do you even know how Social Security works? They don't have any clue. It's just people are saying things without understanding it.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that. I saw my sister-in-law, they're nurses. My sister just retired. You know what's her comments? And she said, I wish I saved more money. And I wish I understood this whole thing about a 403b plan, a 401k plan, all these things I'm telling you. Okay. So I did a lot of research before I got into the business.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to understand what they are. Not to be technical, but the government realized that the government cannot support us with just Social Security income. Understand, remember I told you, the time we lose, we can never bring back. We can always make more money. But here's the question I ask people. Will you eventually turn 65? Ask yourself that. If you say, no, I want to eat what you eat, I want to drink all the stuff you eat, because eventually we're all going to get old.
Oh,
Yes.
You got to understand, what can you do so when you get old, you'll be okay. I don't know about you guys. I don't want to be working for a company at 65 and then I got to go to work just to pay my bills, just to make ends meet. Is that what you want? But how would you do that if you don't understand the system of how to save money? The government said, hey, listen, Lito, Okay, when I was learning this, is in the beginning, there's what they call a defined benefit. Anybody know what a defined benefit? Nobody has any clue, right? Defined benefit are the old pension plans. Some of them are long gone. Some of the hospitals, they have it. Some of the hospitals don't have it. Oh, guess what? And most people don't even have any clue what they are, how they work. Those are part of your benefits. Okay? And then the government said, hey, that's well done. Let's go come back now and let's try to help the people. They came up with what they call defined contribution.
Yeah.
What the defined contribution is, hey, any employer, okay, this is all under IRS regulations, any employer can participate and offer the benefit, either a 401k, a 403b, a TSA, a TSP, a 457, okay, they all fall under the IRS regulation. So anything I tell people is, I show, hey, go on the IRS website, you'll see this, okay, because the government realized that, look, we cannot support the people later with just Social Security. In fact, if you look at your Social Security statement, here's what it's going to say. Your Social Security is supposed to be only 40% of your retirement income. Where will you get the other 60%?
Yeah.
So our government, they're trying to help us save money, but people don't understand it because, you know what? It's not an exposed information. I saw that. That's why I quit my job. And I said, my God, we can help all these people. Getting back to my sister, you know what she said? Man, I could have had more money today. I could have done more. She just turned 66. Okay. And then friends of ours, they're in their 60s. They're still working full time. They said they just still want to catch up to save more. And they want to max out the benefits. So right now they're getting old so they can retire. How would you like to be able to say, I don't have to worry about money. I'm 60 years old. I have to worry about Social Security. If it's there, thank you. But how can you do that? See, nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about, okay, I'm sorry, please don't get mad at me. If you're a nurse, okay, I work at this hospital. You're trading your hours for dollars. I understand that. It's okay. You're helping people. But when you get older, who's going to help you? So I saw that trend and I said, oh my gosh. And then I keep reading some articles. 95% of Americans are broke. Only the 5% are okay. And I started testing that theory. Boy, as soon as I talk to a lot of people, they are broke. They're in debt because it's so easy to borrow money. And then you can't pay that credit card. It balloons and like suddenly they're charging you all the interest. And then your income's not enough. And then you know what? MJ said it. The number one stress and causes of divorce is what? Money problem.
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
Look, I quit my job not to sell insurance or invest. No, I want people to understand. You got to learn the system, understanding the rules. You know, Einstein said it. Albert Einstein, he said, learn the game and the rules, then play better than anyone else. But most of us will playing this life of, game of life. And nobody's really trying to get ahead because we get stuck on that day-to-day, a routine. I've been doing this. I have people thank me that my clients 15 years ago, I quadrupled their money. Now they're retiring. They said, Lito, thank you. Okay. I sit down with people hardly have any retirement in their 50s. I'm like, I feel bad. We sat down with a client yesterday, and this client has $1.5 million. What's the difference? And she's 62 years old. Will it hurt you to have $1 million? But most people don't have much money. And that's where I come in. I want people to realize, listen, some people say, Lito, how much, if I talk to you, are you going to charge me? No. I have sat down with people, helped them, and I didn't want to make any money because I just feel bad. Because I know when they turn 65, 67, they're going to be forced to go to work just to make ends meet. And that's not good. And they have dreams to travel. They have dreams to even go home to the Philippines, and they can't even afford it. What are you going to tell people when they're turned 65, 66, and they can't even do it? And they say, the common thing when people try to make themselves feel good, again, please don't get mad at me. Here's what they said. Well, I'll just use my Social Security, and it's going to be enough in the Philippines. But I ask people, If
And then
the
they
average
get
Social
sick.
Security is $1,400, Social Security is $1,400. In the Philippines, it costs a lot of money now to live too.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anywhere you go, cost of living, inflation, it's just there. That gave me, an idea. Like, you know what? I got to be passionate on how I can help people make a difference. Because most people, they try to sell you things. I don't want to sell people anything. I want them to understand that there are way out by understanding the laws and the regulations and the rules. Then they apply it to themselves so they can better their finances.
Before we continue, Lito, let's take a break and we will be right back.
All right. See you in a bit.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, we are so pleased to be with you. Thank you for being with us. We want to invite you to be part of the Difusión Latina, Portal de Fe. We are the Spanish ministry of Roof Chamber Radio, and we are so blessed to be with these guys all around the world. Please be with us on YouTube and Facebook. We would love very much to know how God is blessing you. And please come along and support us. God bless you and see you then.
All right. Welcome back. Hello, Tita Tess. We're learning a lot. I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
like
yeah, and we
it's so
just want to
interesting.
encourage our viewers to please post your comments and any questions, and we'll try to answer them. Okay. All right. Let's get back. Lito and Doreen. There you two.
Welcome back.
Hi. Now we're all here. So, Lito, you know what? You just hit us in bullseye. I think everybody can relate to everything that not just Lito, but both of you have shared because it's very true. I mean, the culture here don't really teach us what's good for us because the banks and the credit card companies, they're there to make, it's a business, right, to make money, but we are the ones who suffer, especially the middle class people. Like the 95% of the population suffer from all this because we are taken advantage of because we are not aware of these things because we lack the knowledge, right? So the two of you has been doing this because you want to help people get in a financial situation where there's freedom and they take control of their finances, not us being controlled by whatever this external business and corporate world and that we are in. So my question for both of you, so how did you come to know each other and now you're working together, right? You're representing the same company, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, we do.
So I met Doreen from one of the people actually that we know. So we lived in Massachusetts for 28 years, and then we moved to Maryland because we're thinking, there's not a lot of snow, but it still is cold. So from Maryland, there's a couple that moved to Texas, brought us in. So Doreen was visiting at their house. She was actually representing a different company. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she was, please don't get mad, Doreen. And she was feisty. She was mad at me because I was asking questions. I was asking her, so you're focusing on selling insurance to these people. I said, do you have a 401k or 403b at your job? And she said, yes. I said, so how much do you have there? I said, was the money increase more on your life insurance or money increase a lot more on your qualified plans at your job? She said, well, let me think about that. So she looked at it and said, you're right. My money on this insurance doesn't even grow. He said, my money on my retirement is actually growing a lot faster than the one. I said, so why would you focus on selling this insurance to these people instead of trying to help them? And then she was not feisty anymore. She was nice to me after that. And I said, listen, if you want to do this, I said, I'll expose you to all these information that are public. Okay, government regulations, rules. And I said, listen, then you decide if you want to really help people and make a difference. That's how I met Doreen. One of the nicest people, hardworking people I've actually came across with.
Wow. So
in
how is it then?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Tita.
In your experience, what's the percentage of Filipino financial investment advisors have you met, or compared to those who are in the healthcare business?
Very, very, very few. The one who actually go all the way to really make a difference in people. Please, again, don't get me wrong here. All of us will be approached, and we approach people. They think you're going to sell them insurance,
Mhm.
okay? Because a lot of people are insurance licensed. I don't want to sell that stuff. I really want to talk to people and get to know them and introduce all the concepts. Before I even take people's money and try to help them on investments, I usually try to get to know people. And the percentage of the people in the healthcare, there's a lot of nurses and physical therapists, medical field that actually like to talk to us because once they understand we're not trying to sell and trying to really educate them because, they make good income. They see their future as like as clear as a daylight once they understand all that information, okay, and they apply that to themselves. So the persons is the people I met is so far I have never seen anybody who had the same passion, the same way we approach and how to help people. I'll be honest with you guys, I've never met anybody yet like a co-Filipino who tries to do what we do. They all say we do the same thing. But I asked them, so how can we do the same thing? You sold them insurance. I tried to help them save more money by investing more on their retirement at their jobs. How can that be the same?
Yeah. Before we
well,
continue, let me read one of the comments that we have from our audience. Shell Daseco wants to know, if I want to invest, which one is better, Roth IRA or traditional IRA, or both?
That's a very good question. So according to the IRS, you can actually have both. The IRS said if you're below 50 years old, you can put as much as $6,500 a year. If you open the Roth and the traditional at the same time, that has to be a composition of 6,500 combined. It can't be 65, 65. See, these are one of the IRS rules and regulations. Okay. Now, if you want to open up a Roth, you got to understand how it works. If you go under irs.gov and type Roth and click it, it will clearly state that the Roth IRA is tax-free provided you are understanding the qualified distributions. What are qualified distributions? Okay. Well, you have to be on the plan for 5 years and you have to be 59 and a half. That is the only thing that I can see on the IRS website that the government is telling us. You put money here, the money will be tax-free.
Tax-free, yeah.
yeah.
It's on the IRS website. I keep showing this to people, and some people like, whoa, no, this is what we sell is tax-free. No, it's not. Show me on the irs.gov if it's tax-free.
Yeah.
And I have challenged people on that. So if you want to open up a Roth, you got to understand what you want to do. Because a Roth, the money you put in is already after tax. Okay? So if you want to save money and later on you don't have to pay the government taxes, I'd say Roth is good for you. But if you want to take advantage about taxation right now, I'm not a tax advisor, but if you put money there based on your qualification and your tax bracket and income bracket, you can take advantage of taxation right now. We can help you reduce your taxes, but you got to be careful with that. If you have, if you're putting money on a qualified plan from your job, it may not be suitable for you. Again, you got to talk to professional tax advisors, okay, that can guide you if you qualify or not.
Okay. Yeah, we have another question from Marilyn Rogers. She's asking, what can you advise on how to save money? I understand that the government can't help us, and telling us all the details does not make sense to me.
She's a confused woman.
What can you advise on how to save money?
Yeah.
Suitability.
That is a good question. The only way I could say save money, don't spend too much money on things you don't need. Leave below your means, okay? But like I said before, and I'm going to pass on the next question to Doreen, okay, is remember the qualified plans from your job that are sponsored by your employers? Some of us, and most of us, we don't even understand that if you put a certain percentage of your money, your employer will give you free money. It's called matching.
Mhm.
But you also
Matching,
have to wait
yes.
during the vesting period. Vesting period means depending on your employer, they give you 3 years or 5 years. So meaning if you stay there for 3 years, if the vesting period is 3 years, all the money you put in there, you leave them, it's all yours. And
Everything's
so it's
yours.
5 years, okay? But most people don't understand how that works. Okay, so these are what I call, before you even open up a Roth or traditional, understand the place where you work for and look at the benefits. And if you want to ask me, I'll be more than happy to guide you and tell you what questions to ask. One of them is this. Okay, do you offer it don't have to be fancy, a 401k or 403b, depending on what, 403b is for nonprofit, 401k is for profit companies. And if they say yes, okay, are they going to match it? If they say yes, up to how many percent? If they say 5%, good. Then put 5% and then ask them how much are they matching that 5%. The common is 50% to the dollar. Meaning if you put 5%, you make 100,000. That's $5,000. Commonly they put 2,500. So in the year you put in 7,500. It's called free money.
Yes.
I don't even tell them to open up a Roth IRA with me or anywhere. I will guide them to do that because look, when you put that money from your gross income, drop to adjusted gross, you lower your taxes.
It can help you with taxes. Everybody should know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Any money you put in your qualified account, 401k, 403b, TRS, TS, anything, this depends upon where you work, it can help you with your taxes.
Yeah, and piggyback to that question, Dave Ramsey, because I watch his YouTube channel too and all that. He's a financial guy. He's really very famous. But yeah, he said that you can put in your money. The best way is to save them and put them in mutual funds and 401ks. So what can you say about that?
So Mary Jane, on the answer to that, 401k is also a mutual fund.
Yeah.
It is a mutual fund. So yeah, he said that, but the question is, how can you do it? That's what we come in and educate people. How can that be done? Because every person is different. Okay, there's suitability that we follow. Although, not every person is the same. So it's based on suitability. What do they want?
Yeah, I think the very basic in saving money first is make a budget, right?
That's true.
Make a budget because you never know what if you write everything. I think I'm guilty of that, and I need to really learn to do that because that's the best way. Because when you write everything and itemize, you never know, you will find extra money or floating around there that you can actually put in a savings or start saving. So the very basic in saving is really plan a budget and stay within your budget, and you can look for free money to invest or put in for ONK or Roth IRAs or whatever. But anyway, there's another question here or comment. A lot of people are trying to avoid financial agencies like WFG, PFA, or WSB because of horror stories. What can you advise in order to believe and trust MLM? Okay, that's a comment or question from Rusty Lopez.
So here's the look. Here's the thing that I want people to understand. Okay, um, you have to do your due diligence who you're dealing with. If you're gonna buy a house, your realtor, your agents, your brokers, you can actually Google them. Okay, under the MLM website and find out if they have. One is they have disclosures, and second is are they really licensed? Okay. When you find that out, okay, and whatever licenses they have, then you can understand what they can do. I tell people, sometimes that, look, you're dealing with a person. What license do you have? Please, MJ, don't get mad at me, okay? If a person has a life insurance license, what can they sell? What can they do? Life insurance.
Life insurance, yeah.
Can they, look, one of the clients, this is the folder. I came in and one of those companies you mentioned, tried to read and understand their statements. There are ETF funds in here. I looked at the portfolios, and then she said, well, the guy or the woman that I sat down with is like puzzled. Says, of course, how can they understand the stuff? Because they don't know. I'm not going to pretend I know everything, but be careful who you deal with, because look, these companies, I'm not saying they're bad people or they're bad companies. Okay. Just be careful and do your due diligence before you deal with people, and make sure they are properly licensed in that industry or whatever you want to accomplish or whatever information you'd like to find out. Okay. If I'm going to deal with a doctor, I'm not going to go to an internal medicine. If I have cancer, there's like specialists you have to go to and be referred to, right? It's no different. So be careful, but also don't close your mind. Just because somebody's talking to you and say, and this is the company, try maybe give them a chance and try to get to know them. If it's not working out, you can always find another person, another representative.
Yeah, and I think Rusty, just to answer your question too, is yeah, Lito is very right, because these companies, they offer different products. So depending on what you're looking for or what your needs are, then you can talk to these people. And the stories behind these companies, it's just their compensation plans. That's probably they offer really good products, because life insurance, I believe in life insurance, because we all need to protect our lives. We protect everything. We protect our house, our car, everything that we have, our iPhone. We protect the material things that we possess, but what about the life that we have if something happens to us? And if we are not in good financial situation and we leave this earth, we leave our families behind with all the burdens. So it's good to have life insurance, but at the same time, you're right, we should balance it. For now, yeah, we, especially, we're still in the earning or productive years of our lives, so we need to protect that. Like, because if I'm on my 50s, so I still have, say, 15 years to work, because retirement is like 67, 65, 67. So I want to protect whatever I have now, so my family, if I'm gone tomorrow, they're not going to be left with any financial burden. So it depends on the products that you need, Rusty. I mean, I know there's all these different companies and they've been in existence for so many years. They can help you in some, but if you have needs that maybe Lito and Doreen will be able to help you more, then go to them, because they have wide array of different products that can help you. They probably even offer life insurance, but in different, because there are different types of life insurance too. So um, I just want to say that in this line of business or service or whatever you call it, everybody is trying to just help. There might be some people there after the money or the commission or anything like that, but there are some people out there too that are truly, truly wanting to help. So we cannot really generalize all these companies, right? So
We can't say anything bad about anybody. I'm sorry, and
yeah,
we'll
Yeah, we
never.
cannot.
yeah,
It's not our nature to do that, or we're not supposed to, because
yes,
everybody is entitled to whatever they want to do. Like I said, just be careful out there. If that's not what you're looking for, there are other companies. Look, I
mhm,
love HEB. I came from the Northeast. Our grocery stores there don't have bitter melon. They don't have the long eggplant. They don't have Asian stuff. I get in Texas. We moved here a year ago. I'm like in heaven, because hey, these are not normal grocery stores. They have all this Asian stuff. I don't have to go to a different Asian store just to buy the other things. I'm like, so again, it's to your preference how you want to be helped. But like I said, you
Yes,
have to do your due diligence work too.
okay,
yes.
so can you tell us what exactly are the companies that you represent? Because we've talked about financial, in general, but what do y'all represent? What companies?
The companies that you partner with.
Yeah, your
We have
partner
a
with.
lot of companies. Okay, so during the help, but you don't mind me answering this.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
our on the investment side, we have PFS Investments Inc. And under PFS Investment Inc., our partner companies, one of them, everybody probably know and heard of them, Fidelity Investments. Anybody heard Fidelity Investments? What about MetLife, which is now, Bright House Financial? They spun off from, MetLife, because MetLife, they do property and casualty. On the investment side, okay, it's now called Bright House. Okay, some of the companies like American Funds, American Century, okay, Invesco,
Franklin Templeton.
okay, AIG, which is now Corebridge on the investment side. So we're partnered with big companies because they know our company is what we call a distribution hub for all these financial services products that all these company wants to share in the marketplace. So that's why all these companies partner with us. And one of the things that we have, I'm coming across now, I have clients like Methodist, Methodist Hospital, they have Fidelity. I asked them, do you like Fidelity? They said, I love Fidelity. I said, so let's just stay with Fidelity. It makes it a lot easier, and it also gives the credibility. Like, hey, you want to stay with Fidelity? Let's stay with Fidelity then.
Okay. Well, that's good. So now if the viewers would like to contact you and just can you tell us how they will get hold of you? So, and then if you can just give your final advice to our viewers before we end tonight.
Okay. Okay, we also offer free financial needs analysis to everyone. We don't charge. So if you're interested, just let me know, or you need to know, because we do that for free. It's complimentary. It is confidential.
Okay, and if they want to contact you, you can see, Doreen
Yes.
Collado. You can message her at 832-503-3596 or email her at doreencollado@yahoo.com.
Yeah.
What about, and then your final advice to our viewers?
So anyway, that's what Kuya said. I mean, you know what, you need to have a plan. Okay, if you don't have a plan, where are you gonna go? Okay, so from now, if you haven't started yet, start now, because life is so fast. We're getting old every single day. Don't wait till now you're 60, because retirement is not age, it's money. Okay, retirement is not age, it's money. Just look at Walmart. There's a lot of people there, they can't retire because they don't have money, but they're 60s, 70s. Anyway, that's it. Just something to
think about.
just start now. Okay.
Thank you very much,
What
Doreen.
about you, Kuya
Mhm.
Lito?
About
I'm
Lito?
sorry. What did I call you, Kuya? Lito, what about you?
I
Keep going,
don't.
Kuya.
So all the people we have, actually, they call me Kuya. Okay. And because maybe the way I deal with and talk to them, because I'll be honest and straight with people. I don't have anything to hide. I gain nothing from lying from people or taking advantage of me. You're not gonna get rich on that. Okay. Like you said in the beginning, I hope we don't lose our humanity. We're supposed to take care and help each other. Okay. And if you want to reach me, we offer, like Doreen said, I would like to get to know people, not just trying to get their business, but some of the people I sat down with, I never really, I just, what, this is what you got to do. And then they do it. They're okay. I never made a single dime. And people say, so how do you make money? Don't worry about me. Worry about you more. Because we're all set. Okay. I have
For those who want to get hold of you,
it's right there. My number it's a Massachusetts number, okay? I never changed my number. It's like for 30 years, that is my cell phone number. I took it from my previous job. I said, I'm going to take this. That's where everybody knows me. It says Worcester, Massachusetts, and that's my email address. If anybody wants to email me or reach out, look, I will give you free advice, but please don't get mad at me if I don't get back to you right away, because like I said, we're running a business, but we will try to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Thank you.
Thank you, Lito.
All right. Well, thank you so much for very good information.
You're
And
We would
welcome.
like to invite our audience to our Biz Talk this Sunday, and also to our mixer. Do we have that information that we can show them?
we have a Biz Talk. There you
There it
go.
is.
All right. Where'd
Oh,
it
that was
go?
good. So
Okay, so we're going to be in different. We call it biz stops because we try to visit all the different local businesses or of our members. So it's gonna be 1 p.m. on Sunday. So as you can see in this flyer, there's gonna be different stops.
we will start at Pinoy Fast Food at 1 p.m., the Pasayahan Sanayon at 1:45, 2:15 at Atlas Express, and then at 3 p.m. at Philtex Retail Store. So,
Come
uh,
on, join us if you want to have fun, right? And then of course our biz mix. It's gonna be on on April 20th at 6:30 p.m. at Courtyard Marriott at Stafford, 12655 Southwest Freeway, Stafford, Texas. So join us for the biz mix. And you can join us too, Doreen and
Yeah.
Lito, because this is the chance for you to be welcomed and to be given your pin and just gonna be have just get to know you and have fun during this
sure.
event.
And we
Okay,
will introduce you to more of
members.
our members.
Well,
And
as long as MJ brings the pinakbet, we're in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't join on that day because I have my PNA event too. But anyhow, we can get to that in the future, right? Yeah,
we
and
will to
again,
continue
well, thank
this
you.
sometime. And thank
Yes,
you, Lito and Doreen, for your time. And welcome to Houston. I know it's been a year, but um, we welcome you to Texas.
Thank you.
yep,
Thank you so much.
yep, and
Thank you
thank you
very
for
much.
for
And
joining us tonight.
yeah, and we thank all our audience and members of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Texas, Greater Houston region. And we would like to thank Roof Chamber, Radio Pinoy, of course. And,
Yes, thank you.
and to our director, Eileen Dizon and Jade in the background. Thank you very
Yes.
much. Good evening. We will see you next time.
Yeah, join us every
MJ.
second and fourth Thursday of the month from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. here at or Biz Talk, the
The
Biz
best
Talk.
luck.
See you next time.
Good night, MJ.
Good night, Tita Tess.
Bye bye.
Bye.